Yo, blessed love, YouTube. Give thanks and praise. As you can see from the title, I want this video to be a little bit different. I want to talk about money and finances and, just things of that nature or along those lines. Are you good with money? I know me personally, I'm not really good with money, to be honest with you. I was never taught money. The people around me weren't really taught money. So I believe I have impulsive and poor habits when it comes to finances. When I get paid, a lot of the times like it's either I have direct deposit. So as soon as it hits on the day I get paid, it's like I'm already thinking about what I can purchase instead of saying, you know what, why don't I just be humble and hold on to this? Nope. I'm already thinking about things I need, what I need for the truck. Things I'm not usually thinking about if I know I don't have the money. So I know me personally, I am bad when it comes to money. As soon as I get paid, a lot, like aside from taking care of my personal things, my personal responsibilities, it's like I have really poor habits when it comes to cash, man. And if you want to grow, if you want to elevate, if you want to master yourself, if you want to get better, you have to take that into some type of consideration and understand that this is all just a journey. And at the same time, if you want to become a better person, or let's stick on the topic of money, if you want to get better with money, you have to realize that you may have poor habits and poor behaviors. I learned that when it comes to money and finance, a lot of the things that we supposed to do, we know we're supposed to do, but we just don't do it. So that plays a major part in how we view money. You see it? And it's also like, if you got bad money habits, you're gonna make poor financial decisions. You feel me? And I'm not talking about y'all, I'm talking about me personally. I realize when it comes to money, man, like I'm not the best financial money manager. You feel me? I just like, oh man, I may buy a couple things at the Walmart or whatever the case may be, and a lot of the times, sometimes I don't even know where it goes. Like if I'm on home time, for example, I'm like, damn, like where, yo, I had a Lord. I had some cash, you know what I'm saying? I'll be on home time for like 4 days. As soon as you get back on the road, you're like, yo, wait a minute. What the hell happened to all Then I realized that, oh shoot, I was taking Uber here, I was taking Uber there, I was eating out at this restaurant, you feel me? I copped some Ito from over here, I'm like, damn. So when it comes to money management, man, are you good with money? I know personally I'm not, but I realized it. So it's like, now that I realized it, we're gonna start to make some better choices when it comes to money. We're gonna make some smarter decisions when it comes to budgeting, planning, and financing, because I also realized that it really isn't about how much money you make. You feel me? It really is about how much money you hold on to. For example, if you make, let's just say, $250,000 a year, but you spend 175, 200 bands, that means that you probably might see like 50K, or you have like 50K left. Now, say somebody who make, let's just say, 90K a year, or whatever the case may be, and their living expenses is low, and their cost of living is low, and they're budgeting their money, and they're watching how much they spend, and they're paying attention to every single dollar that person or a couple has made together, and they have positive habits when it comes to financial decision making. That person was taught or educated a little bit more about money, as opposed to growing up, like I did, growing up in the hood, growing up, financially illiterate almost, I don't think anybody in my immediate family is financially well off enough to hand down resources or just knowledge and say, hey, this is how we did it, and this is what you should be doing with your money. You should be investing your money. You should be budgeting your money. Also, credit, man. Is your credit score lit or is your credit score poor? You feel me? Man, aside from trucking, or what I do while I'm trucking, I'm sitting right now, but while I'm driving, I literally try to play some things that interest me. You feel me? And financial literacy is one of them. So when you listen to guys like Dave Ramsey who say, that debt is horrible, really. The borrower is slave to the lender. To me, that makes sense. You feel me? That makes a lot of sense, because no matter what, it's like, no matter what you do in this life here, in some way, shape, or form, you're gonna need some type of money, some type of finance, some type of capital, some type of resource. You feel me? So people could say that, like, yeah, money, it doesn't matter, and to a certain extent, it really doesn't. If you maybe outside of the States, or you have like a piece of land where you could just chill on and say, all right, bless, I ain't gonna grow some food, I ain't gonna eat some item, I'm gonna, even just, but to purchase the land, if you don't already have it in your name, or if it wasn't passed down from generation to generation and so on and so forth, if you want to purchase land, how you gonna purchase that land? You're gonna need some capital, right? Obviously. If you want to build up a little like tiny house, or if you want to build a little cottage, or a little log home, or whatever the case may be, that may take some money to buy certain things, certain materials, and all those things, man. So it's just about knowing that, to a certain extent, money is necessary. Are you personally good with money? Me personally, I know I'm not, but I realized it, and it's like, you know what? I want to get better. You feel me? Point blank period. I want to get better. I read a book called The Millionaire Next Door, and that book was just completely eye-opening. It talks about like America's wealth and America's, just millionaires. And what I've learned is that, like, really and truly, the regular average working person who makes $50,000 a year, $60,000 a year, $70,000 a year, whatever the case may be, if that person is smart, if that person is wise, if that person is disciplined enough, that person can retire a millionaire. It may take a little while, you feel me? But I learned from Dave Ramsey and just other sources like, Boyce Watkins, you feel me? Shout out to Boyce Watkins. That when you are disciplined with your money and when you're financially literate, what you'll do is you'll start to have these or create these habits in what you'll do with your money, where it's either you're going to invest in your retirement, such as like a Roth IRA, or what you'll do is you'll invest money into the stock market, which I don't know much about. I know a little something, but I don't know, too much about like dividends, yields, all those things. I'm starting to learn now, you feel me? Even when I was a kid, I always wanted to be a millionaire. My mother, she had taken a picture of me on like this $1 million bill when I was like young. And then my grandmother, she like hung it up. So like, me on $1 million dollar bill was just like, wow, like, yeah, one day I'll be a millionaire. And I always wanted to be a millionaire. And I realized that, like, being a millionaire, it doesn't have to necessarily come from fame. It doesn't have to necessarily come from athletics. It can come from intelligence, man. You could be a humble millionaire. You could deadass be a humble millionaire, man. And me being 24, going on 25, shout out to all my Scorpios. I'll be 25 in a couple of months. There's nowhere near Scorpio season. But me being 24, me being 24 and just having one child, I truly believe I am in a perfect position to actually acquire wealth, gain wealth, and pass wealth on to... Did I just say I have one children? Have one child. If I said that, it came back later. Well, but I'm in a perfect position to actually build and acquire wealth. You feel me? So, man, it's just crazy, man. When it comes to money and finances and all these things, man, trucking just gives me the opportunity to learn and explore different areas of interest. You feel me? But definitely, man. Just comment below whether you think you're personally good with money. Comment any books that you recommend one read in regards to financial knowledge, financial acquirement, literacy, all these things, man. You know. So man, I just give thanks and praise for you even trucking, because trucking is a thing that just kicked in the door for me to even have the opportunity to even think on this type of a level. You feel me? So I give thanks and praise, man. Try Rastafari, give thanks and praise, blessed love, and just be humble, man. You feel me? I know y'all see the hair, this bald head shit. I don't like it, but Rastafari. I mean, growing dreadlocks again is about just patience, not to veer off the topic of finances, man. I want to know, are you guys good when it comes to money? Let's talk about it, man. Give thanks and praise. If you haven't already, follow me on Instagram at Trucking with Kev. Sub to the channel. The professional camera's coming soon for this bum ass phone that I'm still using, and the camera's a little blurry. My apologies, but it is what it is, man. I gotta use it for right now. So let's see if we can hit 500 subs, man. I'm at like 335. Let's try to hit like 500 before my G Day, man. You feel me? So give thanks and praise. Try to Rastafari. Blessed love. Bless. Later.